News political reporter Megan Brand joins us with more on this and some other headlines from Washington. Megan, good morning. So just start by breaking down these reasons for the subpoenas against Dr. Fauci.
Good morning, Savannah. Yeah, so as you mentioned, there were three state attorneys general in Republican-led states in Florida, West Virginia, and Louisiana who had issued these investigative subpoenas to Dr. Fauci yesterday, arguing that he made money off of the way that he had advised handling of COVID-19 during the pandemic when he was the face in many ways of the U.S. response to COVID. So the Florida attorney general had said in a statement that was released yesterday that this was related to an official investigation into awards, professional opportunities, financial incentives, grants, and COVID-19 guidance that impacted Florida businesses and consumers. So the subpoena had asked Dr. Fauci to provide documents ranging from 2020 until now, by the end of the month, things that include grants or book deals that Dr. Fauci was considered for or that he received. And of course, this all comes right before a Senate committee is going to vote in just a couple of hours on whether to hold Dr. Fauci in contempt of Congress, Savannah.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Megan. So on that vote today, what are Republicans' arguments for that? And what happens if the vote does pass?
So Republicans are basically breaking this down in two ways. They're arguing that Dr. Fauci was not able to assert his Fifth Amendment privileges. One of those reasons that they argue is because Dr. Fauci had received a preemptive pardon from President Biden in the final hours of President Biden's term. And they argue that because of that, he was not able to assert his Fifth Amendment privileges. Now, another reason as well that they're arguing is that because Dr. Fauci had delivered opening statements that they say are relevant to the subject matter that senators then went to go question him on, they say that that effectively waived his Fifth Amendment rights. Now, that is up for some legal debate in the legal community, but I want to point you to what Senator Rand Paul, he's the chairman of the committee, had said in a statement. He said, "I ordered him to answer and warned him about contempt, yet he still refused. That is obstruction of a congressional investigation. The committee will act accordingly." So today, this needs a simple majority to pass, and Chairman Paul has said that if it does pass, as it seems it might, because Republicans have a majority on that committee, then he would refer it to the Department of Justice. Now, if the Department of Justice then decides to pursue this case, then U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, would have to secure an indictment from a grand jury, Savannah.
Megan, I do want to ask you about a couple other things before I let you go. One, the FAA says that they're reviewing an incident, this was on Tuesday, involving Marine One, that is the president's helicopter. What do we know?
Yeah, so first things first, Savannah, the FAA and the White House have both said that the president was never in any danger during this incident. This had stemmed from when commercial flights were not paused by Reagan National Airport, the D.C. area airport, when Marine One, which holds the president, was taking off. You can see that on your screen. Now, the FAA had created more flight restrictions in the area after that deadly crash last January when a military helicopter and a flight had collided, killing 67 people. Now, the White House had released a statement on the situation yesterday, saying that Marine One flights are piloted by some of the best aviators in the world, and at no point was the president in harm's way, Savannah.
Megan, one other thing. Have we learned anything more about the man arrested outside the president's golf course in California over the weekend?
So the man who was arrested, he was 38-year-old Janine John Teal. And now investigators are turning to get warrants for things like the suspect's digital devices and emails to try to learn more about him. But a federal law enforcement official told NBC that Teal is a disabled veteran and that he's described as someone who has PTSD and mental health issues as well. Records indicate that the man who was arrested had been deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, and the suspect also does not have recent employment history, and a court appearance has not yet been scheduled. So we're not sure yet when we will see him in court, Savannah.
All right, Megan Brand covering quite a bit for us this morning. We appreciate it. Thanks, Megan.